What's going on? Hello everybody. Matthew from therighttrader.com, and we will be looking into the continuation of this crypto market crash, guys. Not a fun day in the crypto market. Everybody is getting destroyed, obviously. I started shorting FTT and Solana personally, because, to be honest, I have learned now. I have seen these implosions too many times in crypto. And I've seen that in crypto, you should absolutely never hope for the best, okay? You should probably actually expect the worst to happen. And, whenever you don't do that, then things can get very, very dangerous. I made a little poll on this stream where you can answer if you think that crypto is going to bounce or not bounce. So you can go ahead and answer that. That'll be interesting to see. Welcome everybody, 5 live viewers. Thank you all for the support. Hi Blue. Please, let's start off this live stream with a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Guys, very rough day in the crypto markets. Bitcoin right now sinking lower as we speak. It's not stopping. Most cryptos, if not every single one of them today, is just bleeding out non-stop. Okay, it's literally not stopping. I mean, if we go look at the recent news here, this was the headline news today. Okay, so Binance walked away from the deal to acquire FTX, and we can see that basically the quote that they used was that the issues at FTX, right, in terms of their finances are too dangerous and out of their control, so Binance won't be acquiring FTX. Okay, so it's pretty much the worst case scenario that you could expect. And I should talk a little bit about Bitcoin here right off the jump. Couple things going on. Okay, we can see that on this cleaner chart that I have here, we have this previous downtrend line that could act a little bit as support. A lot of people in the crypto space today are talking about a bottom of $14,000, and that is in line with this previous top over here. So 14k BTC could be a pretty likely bottom level, because it is also exactly in line with our downtrend line, the purple downtrend line. Smash that like button. You're watching the best crypto analysis on YouTube. And I told you guys that if Binance walked away from the FTX deal, that things were going to go absolutely haywire, and that's what happened, guys. Of course, that was the situation that we're hoping was not going to happen, but that risk was there, and that's why I did tell you guys, yes, we could bounce here, but if the FTX deal doesn't go through, it's going to be an absolute liquidation fest. We are, of course, heavily oversold on Bitcoin. Is this a sign of a buying opportunity? Not necessarily on its own. Why? Because we were oversold, for example, back here. Okay, very oversold even, and look at what happened, guys. Yes, we got a short-term bounce, but we dropped another 60%, okay? So don't pay too much attention to oversold during a bear market. What's more important here is the level of support that is much more, clear at this $14,000 level. Could we see some bounce at $15,000? Definitely. I definitely think that could happen. We also need to keep in mind, right, how strong of a bounce are we even talking about at $15,000? But if you want to be more certain, at least, where we might see an actual stronger bounce, it's going to be $14,000 BTC. Guys, unfortunately here, the $24,000 target of the 200-day moving average is thrown out the window, guys. At this point, do I expect a quick bounce? Absolutely not. Do I expect a very long, rough bear market? Maybe even rougher than people think? Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. I actually think that we could have a 2-year bear market here at this point. This is confirming exactly the pattern that we had back here in 2018, right, where we start getting that drop, and of course by the end of it, right, the drop even starts accelerating, and then it's just a lot of nothing for quite some time. I'm afraid this is happening right now before our eyes, and even if we do get a bounce, right, what are the levels that we're looking at? Well, of course, $18,000. 18,200, that is kind of where we started dropping more quickly. We could come back and test that level. 17,000. Once we start talking about $20,000, guys, I don't even know if that's going to happen. I'd say on a best case scenario for a bounce, we might reach that. We might reach that 19,000, maybe 20,000 if we're really, really lucky. But unfortunately, that is, a reach compared to where we are now. That's what worries me, right? Because if we look at our price, that's a 40% bounce just to get back to basically $21,000. It's very rough, guys. We also got, of course, all moving indicators that flipped bearish. We're fully red on the histogram, deep red actually. The actual MACD itself is not looking pretty, and I'm looking at our poll here that we have in the chat. 29% of people are saying bounce, 71% of people are saying no bounce. And honestly, right now I agree with the majority that I don't think we're going to bounce. Let me know your thoughts on this, guys, in the comment section down below. I'd be very interested to hear. If you're new to the channel, we discuss this stuff together. You can consider supporting this stream with a super chat like many of our regulars have, like Blue and others. This is my full-time job. I make these videos for you on a daily basis, so please consider supporting the live stream, guys, with a super chat. You can also do that in the comment section down below with the $ button. I'm reading some of your comments, Costube, saying, so you don't see any chance of bounce to 17,500 or 18,000? No, I think we could bounce to those two levels specifically. So right about $17,500, $18,000. But even that is not going to be, fully guaranteed at this point. And that's already a pretty big bounce, I'd say, for what we're experiencing, if that bounce even happens. Because right now, guys, we have not hit our bottom yet, right? That's the fact of the matter. We have Nick Morgan saying it's bad times, $12,000 BTC. Well, that is extremely likely ahead, guys, because unfortunately, $14,000 is just our bounce target for this specific, candle, maybe even, right? This specific drop. Unfortunately, guys, we are looking at some even rougher levels, such as 11,000, 10,000, or even my peak bottom target for Bitcoin of $6,500. Okay. The only good thing right now, and it's not what you want to hear, but the only good thing is, since we are flushing out so quickly, right? There's less levels that we need to go through, meaning we're more quickly reaching the bottom. Okay. The sooner we can get a nice big dump and clear this out of the way, the more likely it is for us to then actually get a true bounce, okay? Unfortunately, until that happens, guys, you're going to see the short sellers come around like sharks, smelling the blood, and continuing to short nonstop, okay? That is just the name of the game in this space. It's been happening since forever, and I don't see this happening or stopping anytime soon, unfortunately. Okay, so that is sort of the rundown with what's going on right now on the chart side of things. So yes, to answer that question, $18,000 for a bounce target, it's possible. But getting back to our 20K plus right now, I don't see it happening, guys. I see it more likely of us dipping below 10,000 before we reach back above $20,000. Let's head over to Ethereum. I should re-mention for anybody who just hopped into the stream, this news was after Sam Bankman-Fried actually filed for bankruptcy, I believe. That's what I heard. But, basically FTX, SBF himself, I believe, from what I've seen, they're all going bankrupt, okay? I feel extremely bad for people who had funds on this exchange. It's super unfair in my opinion. So I'm really, really sorry if any of you guys had money on those exchanges. I personally like to use Binance. So link in the description to Binance. It is an exchange that I've never had issues with. And, Binance made, I think, actually the smart decision of walking away from the deal to acquire FTX. That's what caused this drop today. Okay, so the market was waiting on this. And, so to say, maybe hoping that Binance was going to acquire FTX. That would have been an easier way to just brush it under the rug and hope for the best. But unfortunately, guys, they said no. Binance's token has been holding up okay since then. Of course, it got wrecked like others, but I mean, it's pretty steady here at around 263. I'm actually pretty bullish long-term on the BNB token, but the dust needs to settle. It's going to have to flush out. I also want to point out right now, Ethereum, guys, we literally, as we speak, we are breaking below $1,100. That's very, very, very bad, guys. Very bad. And I'll tell you why, because we may even see this by the end of the live stream, the way it's going. I think we might see this by the end of the day today, to be honest. $1,000, guys. Not only is it, well, give or take, right? I mean, we have the $800 peak bottom, but in this area right here, this is our previous bottom, okay? We're hoping to not need to come back around here. On top of it, we tested the 200-day moving average, which in itself can be bullish, right? But we never actually managed to stay on top of it, and now we rejected it, meaning that we have a full-blown continuation of the downtrend, guys. Basically, worst case scenario stuff here. And like I said, in crypto, maybe it's a good idea to actually expect the worst case scenario just to not be disappointed. Thank you to our live 15 viewers. Guys, support the live stream. I'm not like other crypto YouTubers who are hiding in a ditch when the market is dropping. I'm with you in the trenches during the market drop, giving you live coverage. Support the live stream, guys. Hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Let me know if there's any coins you want me to do an analysis on. And also, subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. We are tracking ETH live right now, continuing to sink lower and lower below $1,100. Guys, what you're seeing right now live with me is live liquidations, okay? We can go over to the 15-minute chart. You see how we almost only have red candles with only, small bounces that barely break the previous high and just keep going lower and lower. That is simply the liquidations taking place, right? And then you have the really big moments where we get really sharp drops that are basically a straight line. That is because a lot of people had their stops in that area. So when we break below it, it sinks even faster, okay? And I'm afraid, guys, that we have a next major drop coming up, possibly in just the next hour here. That's going to be the $1,000 drop to the downside for ETH, okay? So any move below $1,000 is going to probably push us within a matter of hours back below $800 or towards $800. And we all know that I said that my peak bearish target for ETH was going to be this level right here of around $370, guys. And at this point, sometimes I get caught up in the bullishness like the rest. I think we will hit this $370 bottom for ETH. Call me crazy, but I really think we're going to see the worst case scenario play out here. And, if you have money on the sides, etc., it can be an opportunity. It can even be the opportunity of a lifetime. But please keep in mind, guys, there is extreme risk right now. Please be safe and careful out there. The poll right now is showing a little bit more people expecting a bounce. Still, the majority saying no bounce. And we have some comments coming in here. Lyle Baloney, I haven't seen you on the stream before, so please subscribe if you haven't already. He's asking, what's the next target for ETH? Well, the next target would be, $1,000 for me personally, but I'm afraid that it could mean more downside if we hit $1,000 for ETH. So to answer that question of what's the next target, well, the downside targets are 1,000, 800, and then heading back towards 500. Okay, those are the three downside targets. So let me repeat that one more time. Initially $1,000, then $800, and if we move below that, $500, and then we'll see at that point, of course. As far as upside targets for a bounce, you probably already can see, guys, that I'm not expecting a bounce really, but in terms of any type of smaller bounce, we're looking at maybe $200, even a little bit below that. If we're really lucky, we might be able to push 1,400. But guys, I think this is it. I think we're seeing the capitulation before our eyes, and the destruction right now live. I mean, look at our heat map, guys, in the last day. Look at this. Look at this, guys. There's literally no coins. I bet you anything these are stable coins right here that are in the green. Okay, I mean, we're talking about, this is just the last day. Sometimes these charts look like this on the monthly time frame. This is the last day alone, guys. So talking about some of the drops in the last day: Bitcoin 15%, ETH 18%, BNB 19%. Okay, of course, these three bigger ones pretty similar. Same with XRP. Matic did end up dropping a full 20%. And of course, our stable coins, right? Even people leaving stable coins, people are freaking out of crypto here, because if stable coins are red, that means people are selling out of stable coins as well. So people are deleveraging their assets, and we're seeing, this cause panic selling and liquidations. I want to pull up an interesting chart here. Let's look at the worst performers now in the last 24 hours. We see some changes. We see, well, first off, FTT is not in the top 100 anymore. So that's something that's pretty crazy. For those who don't know what I'm talking about the exchange token of FTX, the exchange that, of course, blew up and went bankrupt today, and that Binance did not acquire. That's the latest news for today. So FTX is out of the top 100 after this market drop, and I am inclined to say that we are nowhere near the bottom yet for that token. I mean, is there anything that's realistically preventing that token from going to 10 cents or below? I personally don't think so. Okay, so there's a huge amount of risk still, guys. For our coins here, Lido, this is getting pummeled. Curve, these are just because they're kind of, leverage plays on Ethereum, so they're taking a hit. It's nothing to do with these two protocols right now. They didn't do anything wrong. Apart from the fact, actually, you know what? I spoke too soon. These may be getting collateral damage from FTX that had possibly was had money in the protocol of Lido. Or of course, they were doing a lot of DeFi stuff, guys. That was one of the things with FTX, is they were an exchange that, of course, Alameda Research, right, and FTX, they're closely related. Alameda Research is the investment and research group, and they were investing, doing a lot of stuff in DeFi. So we're seeing some protocols take a hit because of that, right? Because the money is, of course, getting liquidated or leaving these protocols. So now those protocols are dipping. By the way, guys, this is a really rough blow up for crypto. In terms of the scale of this blow up, I want to remind everybody that we're talking about something that could literally be bigger than Luna here. Or maybe not full vigor in terms of sheer size, but considering all the major blowups we had in just the last few weeks, to have this now, one of the biggest exchanges out there, literally go bankrupt, right? I heard people already have their funds being locked up in FTX. Let me know if any of you have some experience with that. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts if you've been affected personally by the FTX locking withdrawals or whatever. Let me know down in the comment section below. Sorry, guys, I'm just taking a bit of a water break because I'm talking super fast. Please consider supporting the stream with a super chat, guys. It's greatly appreciated and needed in these times. If you think this content is helpful and insightful. Heems is saying Bitcoin RSI bullish divergence on weekly bottom more likely. What do you think? I mean, bounce. Bitcoin is going to be the first one and the quickest one to bounce. That is for sure. And, it is really, I feel like right now with everything that's going on with these exchanges, DeFi, etc., 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 I basically feel like, BTC is the only one that's safe right now. And of course, by safe, I mean, it's dropped 15%, but that we can have some type of trust that there's not going to be a weird third party coming up and destroying it, right? And that is, the case for BTC maxis and BTC maximalism, right? So people who don't like altcoins, they'll say, well, Bitcoin is fully decentralized and, no one owns it. No one can toy with it, so to say, right? And that is true, guys, because even ETH to an extent gets more collateral damage in these type of circumstances, while Bitcoin is kind of its own thing. That's not to say that it's not going to get pummeled, because I saw some transactions that FTX was, it looks like moving and probably going to sell a lot of Bitcoin. Probably already have done that to cover margin. But just the fact that, that kind of fundamental idea there between Bitcoin and the other coins is very interesting and mostly true in my opinion, right? Of course, you'll get the bigger coins with the altcoins. By the way, it's just crazy to see, you know, what looks like to my eyes, you know, Bitcoin with the smaller digits, sort of, you know, now being below $20,000. I mean, just insane, guys. Just insane. Just a few months back, we're still holding the 20K level, and now, I mean, look at where we are, guys. Don't be surprised when we go back to 4 digits, meaning below $10,000, and that's something that I don't want to see, guys. But being realistic, we could totally see that happen, totally. And you know, of course, I don't want to see that happen. But it's not about what we want, guys. It's about what's happening and what the market is telling us. Bitcoin is actually getting no bounce right now as we speak. No bounce whatsoever. Maybe it'll change. I mean, we're super low here for Bitcoin, but it's just insane to witness this, guys. It's honestly insane to witness this. I mean, we're so freaking low on Bitcoin. If we look at the 5-minute chart, you'll see that every time, right, we try putting in these bottoms like over here, over here, and none of these things hold. None of these things hold, right? Which is why now we're really looking at 15K flat or 14,000 to hopefully get a stronger bounce. These bounces over here, of course, this is crypto. You know, we can sometimes turn around very quickly out of nowhere, but will that hold is the question, right? Will those reversals hold? And my personal feeling is, why would they, kind of, right? Why would those flips actually hold? Very rough, guys. I see as I speak, we just flip back down another 50 points. Guys, I need to know your opinions on this. Seriously, this is a community. We're meant to talk with each other. How are you guys feeling about this? Did you guys get affected by FTX? Are you guys holding? Are you guys selling? Are you guys buying? Thank you for our 23 live viewers, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications. You're watching the best crypto analysis on YouTube, and I am with you in the trenches here during this rough market day, weathering the storm, of course, like everybody else, and you know, trying to see if there's any moves to be made, any trades, but it's super risky, guys. We see a little triple bottom here on the Bitcoin chart on the 5-minute time frame. As far as the RSI is concerned, is that enough to signal any type of real bounce here? I don't know. I will be honest with you. I don't know. And I don't think just based off that. I mean, we have the RS MACD that's kind of recovering a bit here, which is great. But here we're on the 5-minute, guys. If we go over to the 1-hour chart, we're still not looking pretty. And it still looks like, you know, can we push out another big red candle? Yes, we can. Okay. I'm not saying that's going to happen right now, but we could. We absolutely could. And, you know, that's why I'm trying to be cautious right now. I'm trying to be ultra cautious. I don't even know if this fear and greed index is updating properly. As far as some of these other coins that got racked, Aptos, no surprise there. I told you guys that Aptos was super risky right now, and to stay far away from a coin like that, I would stay far away from any smaller coins. Just my own personal opinion, not financial advice, guys. Still trying to keep up with some of your comments. A lot of comments coming in. We have, and for anybody who's new, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on those bell notifications. You're watching the best crypto channel on YouTube. We have Corta saying everybody got affected directly or indirectly. I would buy anything in the next 2 days. You know, there is that dip buying question that needs to be asked. And of course, I have asked myself that question as well in especially the last 12 hours. You know, is this the time to buy some of these coins? We have a lot of coins, popular coins, that are very low right now. ApeCoin at $2.87. You know, Uniswap back below $5. We have things like, what's it called? We have a lot of major coins, guys, popular coins that are down tremendously, and that previously would be buying opportunities of a lifetime. The thing is, how good of a buying opportunity is it if you buy any of these coins? Okay, anything, XRP, any of these coins are at risk, guys. And you end up getting a massive, you know, 2-year bear market, like back in the day. So I'm referring to this right here, okay? And if that happens, which by all means, guys, it has before, and I'm on the FTX chart on TradingView. That's not a good idea. Uh, let's see. So, you know, if we get that long drawn out bear market, I wouldn't rush necessarily to buy back in quickly, but dollar cost averaging throughout this dip, I already said is could be a very good idea. Not financial advice, just my own personal opinion, guys. Please, please, please be careful out there, please. Let's see here. We have a lot more comments coming in still, guys. You guys are probably glued to your charts like I am. We have Wen Lambo saying he's buying the heck out of it. Especially Sol is a good play. You are in panic. It might reverse at 15.7K and 13.4K at the latest. Yes, I do agree that right now around this level of 15K, we could get a bounce, right? But I can't count on that based on what we've been seeing literally all day long, right? If I go over to the last 2 hours, look at this, guys. Every one of these candles, you could have said, oh, we might bounce here, we might bounce here, we might bounce here, we might bounce here, but look at what's happening. We're still dropping as of right now. And even when we got a really big flush out liquidation candle, we still dropped even more. Kareem saying, I tried several entries to start along, but got stopped out every time. Now I'm clueless about when to jump in again. That kind of happened to me as well, actually. You know, I've been trying to make some trades. Of course, I'm being very careful with my risk management here. And, you know, you either get stopped out pretty quickly or are forced to sell because otherwise you're going to eat a massive drop. So it's not easy. That's why I'm saying I'd like to see us reach a true full bottom, right? Which we're talking about that 15K level. Because until then, guys, we might get very short bounces. Like I said, even is going up to 18K BTC bullish at all for me right now? Absolutely not. In fact, I think it would be a great shorting opportunity to short it down to 10K. I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, guys, but I'm just being realistic here. Thank you all for sharing your comments, by the way. This is amazing. I really like all of us together here supporting each other during this market drop. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications and hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button if you have not already. And of course, I'm sure all of you heard the news of Binance not acquiring FTX. In fact, let me see here if I can quickly find an article that has all the tweets of what just happened. So yeah, some of these news websites are not updated properly yet. Of course, all of this stuff is fresh stuff, guys. It's changing, you know, every hour, to be honest, right now. I'm going to close that poll. By the way, we have, or actually, I should probably keep it open till the end of the stream. Guys, I have a poll in this live stream where you can vote if you think we're going to get a crypto bounce here or no bounce. 61% are still saying no bounce. And Solana itself, probably a coin that we should talk about here. The good thing with Solana is it is not directly related to FTX. It is indirectly related to FTX. There are other few good things with Solana. First off, you know, the network itself, yes, it's had issues in the last few months, but more specifically recently, none of this drop on Solana is because of Solana as a protocol, as a project itself. Okay, it's mostly due to FTX. Second thing is $15 was my initial bottom target, which actually went a little bit lower than that, towards $12. I still think we could see a flush here, guys, to possibly even $6. So it's not to say that we could not possibly drop more, because we definitely can. But I think the buying opportunity starts now for Solana long term. Like I said, though, I mean, if you're buying any of these coins, you need to be willing to potentially stomach a year, 2 years of horrible market conditions, okay? Even if it doesn't drop a bunch more from where you bought it, it might not pump whatsoever. So that's something to keep in mind. With that being said, I saw a tweet from the founder of Solana. And by the way, you can follow me on Twitter, link in the description below. I saw a tweet from him talking about how Solana is still fully intact as a project, you know, in terms of their funding, etc. They're still good. So he was like, we're going to recover just fine long term. Obviously, you can believe that to be true or not, but I personally think that yes, Solana will actually end up recovering pretty well. For FTT, now that FTX is bankrupt, everybody is going bankrupt, Binance did not buy them. Yes, I do think that FTT token is done for. I think this is going to be a bit of a Luna part 2, actually. So we'll see how it plays out. I mean, can it fall much more than $2? It could, right? It depends where that kind of rock bottom is. And it could be this $2 level. I think it's either going to be $2, $1, or it's just going to be way lower than that into the cent range, okay? For those who are wondering about the FTT token. And we got When Lambo saying, I expect a bounce at 15.7K, which is basically where we're at now, I believe. Tell me if that's correct, When Lambo. Hopefully you guys subscribe to the channel, guys. 21 live viewers, only 10 likes. That's not going to cut it, guys. I want to see at least 15 likes, so make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and consider supporting the stream with a super chat, guys. I need your support for the channel in these bearish times, not only when the times are bullish. I'm here, unlike other YouTubers, giving you live coverage in this rough market. Please let me know your thoughts on what's going on. We have When Lambo saying, Arthur Hayes tweeted that he had options open to buy BTC at 15K. Also, few other hedge funds waiting to enter long. Arthur Hayes is the founder of BitMEX. He's a pretty smart guy, in my opinion. I think he has a pretty good read on the crypto markets. The thing is, all those people have their own strategies, their own timeline. I mean, from what I know, right, he's a multimillionaire. So it's different comparing someone like that to the average retail crypto investor. You know, can he just afford to put 1% of his wealth, which is probably millions of dollars, into BTC and hold it for 2 years? Absolutely. Can the average retail investor even afford to put $1,000 in and hold for 2 years? I don't think so. And you know, just because someone is big or has a lot of money or is influential in the crypto space, it does not mean that they can't get wrecked, guys. Because look at what happened to Sam Bankman-Fried, one of the most popular people in crypto, who I never trusted, by the way, and FTX, which was one of the biggest exchanges, okay? I don't even want to remind everybody about Luna, of course, which I think Luna is going to get hit very hard by this, guys. By the way, this old Luna token, I think people are realizing, man, some of these tokens really do die and never come back. They just die and stay dead. So I think that people could really sell off any asset, especially the worst ones in their portfolio. Let me know if you agree with that. Jim E is saying, sell everything fast. You know, you need to be careful with a comment like that, because you don't want to encourage necessarily panic selling. But, you know, obviously it depends, guys. It depends how much you're willing to hold. I personally am not selling at the bottom. I'm not selling at this bottom right now, or during this market drop. I'm not selling. But, you know, I am not trying to put my whole net worth into crypto at the same time, right? Because could we fall another 50%? Definitely. And Jimmy says true, so he agrees with me. Thank you for your comments, guys. Thank you for your live support. Hopefully you really do appreciate me covering all this. I should talk briefly about the stock market. Oh, it actually just refreshed now. Let's see here. Certain stocks like Tesla have been taking hits from this panic, in part because of this panic. Of course, there's the whole Twitter Elon Musk buyout, but it's not helping Tesla. As far as the S&P 500 itself, I just want to cover this just because I think it's a pretty interesting thing to take a look at. So if we look at the SPY ETF that tracks the S&P 500, we got a pretty red day in stocks as well, guys. There is a lot of talk about complete financial collapse across the board, guys. Stocks, bonds, everything. And, you know, I saw a few tweets talking about if this is happening with crypto, guys, and it's already, you know, very rough on many people financially, etc., I can only let you imagine what might happen when it affects, you know, real everyday people in the stock market, potentially housing and stuff like that. Burhan Zohair saying, should I buy now or wait? It depends on your own personal risk. I am not here to tell anyone when to buy or sell. I am not giving any financial advice. I have said before that I think dollar cost averaging slowly throughout this dip thereafter is probably going to be the safest way to not put too much money, but also not miss out if you do get a really nice bottom. So I think dollar cost averaging here is probably the name of the game, but you could still lose money with that, guys. I can't tell you the exact future. Please be careful, not financial advice. We're at a peak of 28 viewers on the live stream. That is almost at our all-time high of 50 live viewers. Hopefully we hit that, guys. Support the live stream, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, and join the comment section with all of our regular viewers who we're all talking about this here. It's great to have support, a community to talk about this during this market drop. You can get a lot of insights just from the comment sections on these videos. Also, please consider dropping a super chat to help support the live stream, guys. How about dollar cost average buying 1/3 at now basically 1/3 13.4K, 1/3 at 10K? That's fine, right? But the thing is, you know, what if we go down to 7K? What if we go down to 5K? And then what if we go down to 3K? And then you'll be like, why did I buy at 15K and 10K? So it depends on your mindset about this, right? That's why I'm saying it really depends on the individual person. But yes, I mean, is that a bad idea on its own? No, I don't think it is, One Lambo. AV is asking about ICP. Any thoughts? Stay far away from it. That is my opinion. You know, this type of coin has no merit. It is, I mean, basically a legal pump and dump, if you even want to call this legal. Insiders sold this thing down to the bottom, and I see no reason why this thing should bounce. I see no reason why to trust it in the future. I don't like it. Just my own personal opinion. Burhan Zohair is saying, what's your strategy? My strategy right now is mostly holding what I already have, trying to not do anything stupid with it, not sell or anything. I am holding what I already own. So I'm not trying to, you know, panic sell this dip, meaning that I'm trying to make sure my assets are safe and locked up so that I don't do anything stupid with them at the wrong time, because I've done it before. So, you know, when you don't know what to do exactly, the best thing is to do nothing. That way, if it bounces, well, you still held your assets, no worries. If it drops more, well, at least you didn't lose more than you could have, right? And I am looking out, however, for potential shorter-term trade opportunities, but I have to be very careful with that. So that's what I'm doing personally. Jim E is saying, I just want people to sell so he can buy it. He's a trader. We'll see how low people are willing to sell. I mean, the way I feel right now, guys, is if they were willing to sell down to 15K, I think there is no limit, guys. This is a panic selling. You might have heard of greater fool theory, right? Where as crypto is moving up during the bull markets, we have, you know, the greater fool, right? So for example, when we're at 30K BTC, there's someone maybe less smart who buys it higher, right? And someone even more retail who buys it even higher, and then we reach the peak high where these guys are like the guys who like never even heard of Bitcoin. They just bought it because like a friend clicked a button on their phone. So that's the greater fool theory, right? And that's what creates really strong bull runs. Here on the inverse side of thing, right, when we're sloping down, I think it's a little bit of a same style thing, except that instead of greater fool, it's more like a bigger panic seller, right? Who's the biggest panic seller? So people are just trying to get out. They're trying to just put the money back in their bank account. They're trying to avoid losing more money than they already have. So when does that stop? I don't think it really does based on retail, right? I think you need some kind of bigger economic catalyst, major institution, and even that now, I think we can forget the institutions. I think we need a clear economic catalyst from someone big like the Fed or something, just a global macroeconomic factor that will confirm to us that we can start bouncing. Until we get that, right? Until they start lowering their interest rates, something like that, I think there is no opportunity for enough of a bounce here. And that when we reach 10K, there'll still be just as much sellers as there are now. That's why I'm saying be careful with the sellers run out thing, because when do they run out? Well, I don't think they do, right? I don't think they do, right? They're all these people are panic sellers at the end of the day. And basically, when you have the panic selling going on, well, it only stops when the reason to panic sell stops. That's what I'm trying to say. That's a good quote right there. So at 10K, I don't think there's going to be less sellers than at 15K. Just like I think when we're at 9K, there's not going to be less sellers than at 10K. And that's why we're going to push down to that peak bottom of like 6,500 or something like that. Really, really low. Right now, as we speak, we're actually crumbling, guys. We're crumbling again. Let's go ahead and check out XRP. I didn't look at this one today, so I'll go ahead and take a look at that. Continue sharing your thoughts in the comment section down below. You can answer our poll where we have the bounce, no bounce option for crypto right now. Let me know what you think. Thank you for all your likes. Please keep it up. Please consider dropping a super chat to help support the live stream in the bear market. That's the $ emoji right by the comment section below. Greatly appreciated any super chats that come in. For XRP, we have lost 40 cents. We are now back towards this previous bottom, right around this 30-cent level. There's a lot of support here. Maybe this is it in terms of the bottom. Maybe, hopefully. But if we lose the 30-cent level, or 33 cents, 30 cents, we're going to be pushing back down to closer to 20 cents, 25 cents, okay? So could that happen? Absolutely, absolutely. At this point now, XRP has not managed to avoid the dump. And in fact, we are actually, lost all our uptrend lines, which is really, really unfortunate. So I should actually delete those because the uptrend lines are not relevant anymore. And I can keep this one, but basically what I'm trying to say is we're now back in this range between 40 cents and 30 cents. And if we lose the 30 cents, we'll be heading down to 20 cents. It's not XRP's fault specifically, but when the market dumps like this, all these coins get unloaded. I'm trying to keep up with your comments, guys. Thank you for the support. Hit that like button. Even if the bear market lasts after this, I have good hopes for Doge since this Twitter thing. I actually like Doge as well right now. I think people are underestimating that. I understand why people don't want to just go buying Doge, and I actually haven't bought any myself yet, but I understand why people don't want to go buy Doge when the market is getting destroyed like that. The last thing on people's mind is let me go buy a so-called meme coin while this is happening. But the fact of the matter is it could actually do pretty good in this scenario. If we look at the Doge chart, I don't think we have that much downside ahead for Doge. I think at the worst case scenario, we'd head back here towards 5 cents. However, our upside scenario is pretty nice here. I mean, on a pretty quick bounce, we can move up nicely back up to 10 cents, 15 cents. And that would be a pretty sizable bounce at least. So big thank you to all our support, guys. Great support on today's live stream. Guys, if there's any coins you want me to do analysis on, if there's any questions you have for me, if there's any time frames you want me to look at on any of the charts that we took a look at, like Bitcoin, etc., let me know down in the comment section below. So Bitcoin sinking now lower again here. We'll see if it can put in a bottoming candle, but I need to go to the shorter time frame here. See, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, it's so iffy right now, guys. We're trying, but it's all failing, and we're just dumping. Which is why I'm not trying to get too caught up if we get any kind of bounce to get too excited either. Doge at 5, I think he meant 5 cents. I'm buying for sure. That's coming from Jim E. So yeah, Doge not bad right now. I think it flushed out most of its drop, actually. And here for Bitcoin, We're trying to get a nice bounce. Maybe we can come back and test the middle Bollinger Band right now. But we might just dump and break below 15K. That's what's been happening all day for the last several hours. So be very careful out there, guys. Please keep it up with these comments. Any other coins you want me to take a look at? Let's look at the best performers in the last 24 hours. So we have a few stable coins, if that, and not many other coins, guys. Not many. It's funny enough, Terra Luna Classic didn't actually drop that much. Not as much as I thought. A lot of these coins, though, had gotten pretty big drops a few days before, so everything got wrecked. Litecoin holding up pretty nicely, funny enough, which I still like Litecoin right now at 50 bucks. I actually like Litecoin a lot at 50 bucks. I think it's a pretty safe play. You know what you're getting with Litecoin. In a way, it has those similarities to Bitcoin where, you know, it's much less hands-on. This coin was created by Charlie Lee, who was a known figure unlike Bitcoin. But, you know, it's a coin that's just there, and it's like people do what you want with this coin. And that's, of course, how Bitcoin is, and it's worked very good for Bitcoin. I think $50 for Litecoin is like a peak bottom, in my opinion, right? Could we hit a bit more lower, maybe 40 cents or so? We could, but it's all pretty relevant. I think this is around the peak bottom for Litecoin. Bitcoin trying its hardest to bounce here. And let's see, costed in $9,800 Bitcoin end of year. Yeah, you said that yesterday. Got to give you credit where credit's due. Costadin did say he's expecting like a $9,700 Bitcoin bottom. And of course, right now, we aren't that far away from that anymore. In fact, we are officially at basically, guys, only a little 35% drop to 10K. So it's happening, guys. It's happening. Actually, I had a chart where I had drawn some of this stuff on. Let me see what I don't think I had talked about the peak low scenario. Yeah, so, you know, this is basically what's been happening. It's been dumping nonstop. And all of this since this head and pattern shoulder that I spotted back in the day. Let's look at that Litecoin chart. That's interesting now. Yeah, pretty stable actually. Right here, $45, $47. A lot of stability there. And then, of course, we had those recent highs that we had put in at $73. But now we're back to being range bound. That's the only thing. We're back to being range bound. So I try repeating this a lot in these streams because I want people to understand that when these coins are range bound, guys, there is no telling how long it might last, okay? Yes, it can literally last months. So don't be surprised if that happens. Not saying that's going to happen, but it can, and it has. But overall, right, I still like to see the steadiness. I mean, at least that, and we're not oversold, so it actually weathered it pretty okay. Guys, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Thoughts and comments. We have our poll still open. Bounce, no bounce, now at 60% bounce. Sorry, 60% no bounce, 40% bounce. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe, turn on those bell notifications. Always remember, follow me on Twitter, link in the description. Check out my website, link in the description. And Technical Analysis Master Course. We will see, guys. We might get a little short-term bounce here towards the end of the day. Just after so much selling. Is it any bounce that matters for the next few weeks or months? I don't think so, unfortunately. I think it will just be a short-lived temporary bounce. That's it. Nothing more. Nothing more, and I think it's very dangerous to think that'll be anything more. Next year will be quite bad. My opinion is that the end of the bear market will be in September, October 2023. Price 3,500, 4,500. Are you talking about the Bitcoin price costed in? Please let us know to all of us if you're talking about the Bitcoin price. And Keith saying, hey, I'm back again. Today has just been a bloodbath. Do you think it would be good to short right now? Right now, I think you know, the peak bottom may be in for today. We're seeing a little bit of a bounce attempt for Bitcoin, so I'd be careful here. You know, you're shorting when it's already dropped like I don't even know how much percent, 20% or whatever it is. So just on a risk reward basis, it's not really ideal. That's the only thing. As far as, you know, could it work? It could, but like I said, you just don't want to get caught on a bounce back up to 18K or anything like this. This is my own personal opinion, not financial advice. And Costed is telling us yes for his $3,500, $4,500 Bitcoin price target. Very interesting. Costed, let me know how long you've been in crypto. I really want to hear. Your interesting is very interesting to me because I'm kind of expecting like a 7K peak BTC bottom, but I could literally see us kind of shocking the whole world and going down to 3K. So please let me know why you think 3.5K is potentially the bottom, and yeah, explain more about your thinking there, because I think it's very interesting. And your opinion is probably not the most common, but I do think there's a chance that it happens exactly like you're saying. So that's why I'm interested. He's saying 6 years in crypto. Already gained 700% on FTT by shorting it, but yes, now I'm being careful too. Thanks for the advice. Awesome. I'm glad you were able to catch the move on FTT. Please consider dropping a super chat, guys. Consider dropping a super chat to help support the channel. We are getting a bit of a bounce here, actually. We are getting a bit of a bounce, but you know, the damage has been done. The liquidations have been done, so not pretty. But that's awesome, Ankit, that you made 700% on FTT. Awesome move. Congratulations on that. 24 live viewers, guys. Guys, I haven't yet covered any other coins really other than the main ones there. So if there's any other coins that you're interested in me taking an analysis at during this drop, go ahead, write it down in the comment section down below. Also, please, guys, support the stream. I try giving you the best crypto insights possible, so support the stream. Super chat, guys, greatly appreciated. So let's see, what did I want to look at here? Waiting for your questions, your opinions, any other coins you want me to take an analysis at, guys. Don't be shy, just drop a comment. Right, this is what this channel is made for. As always, it is meant to answer your questions. So we're waiting to see how this is going to fully pan out right now. We're waiting to see if we're going to get a bounce here today in the later hours of the day after the non-stop selling that we had. We have, wow, this is actually a very interesting chart that I just pulled up here. We have our first green candle. Listen up, folks. We have our first green candle in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4-hour candles. And, you know, actually, since the drop really began, since about 21K, right around here, we've only had 1 and 2 other bounce candles. I should also mention, of course, that you should keep in mind, guys, keep in mind, please, we got a green candle here, and look at what happened. We dumped more. This could happen a second time around. Absolutely. Okay, obviously, the more time it happened, eventually we're going to hit that bounce, but I'm just saying. And 29 live viewers, guys. That's insane. Thank you so much for the support. Welcome to all our new viewers. We're covering the Bitcoin drop. Of course, the other tokens that are involved with it as well after FTX went bankrupt, Binance, etc. So pretty crazy stuff going on. Binance did not acquire FTX. So FTX is on its own now to handle this mess. And it's probably better that way because we don't want the bankruptcy to spread to more companies than it needs to. I heard Galaxy Digital, we're already seeing certain companies getting affected by it as collateral damage, like we had with Luna, and we want to minimize that. So to be honest, I think it's good that Binance called it quits there and did not acquire FTX. It's not good in the short term because it caused this even more of a market dump, but in the long term, I think it's a good thing, guys. And you'll also notice the Binance token bouncing here because I think the management from CZ has been pretty much great throughout all of this. And like I said, guys, Binance is my favorite exchange. Link in the description. I love having an exchange that I can trust. I see these people, they get wrecked on these exchanges like Voyager and FTX, and I do feel really bad for anybody who's experienced that, but I never had that issue with Binance. Link in the description, guys. Let's see here. This candle is already fading away as we can speak, guys. I can't make any predictions on the next few hours. I honestly have no idea what we're gonna see, if we can stabilize here or not. I think to be safe, guys, let's go back to the basics and say that we're looking at the 14K peak bottom right now for the short term. That is truly where we have support at. Okay, $14,000 BTC. So we're not there yet, which means we could see one more big flush. And as far as, some of our other areas on the chart, right? Such as bounce targets, I would say it's going to be pretty small, like a bounce towards 17K or something like that, 18K, and that's not relevant for the long term, right? We need to get back above 21K to kick back up the bull run. I don't see that happening right now, guys. I think we're going to hit 10K before we hit 21K again. BTC futures gap 9,740 to 9,850 one day time frame. So yeah, this is interesting stuff that he's telling us. Costed in. I really should open up a trading group with all of you guys. If you guys participate in it and share your opinions, I of course will give you my opinions. I think it could be absolutely amazing. But let's see, the BTC futures chart, if I can pull this up. I forgot how to pull this up on TradingView. There it is. There it is. So he is referring to a gap on the chart. We have seen some of these other gaps. And by the way, guys, I got to say, it takes time. But every single one of these gaps literally closed, okay? For the longest time, these two gaps here were not closing. We're talking about 25K and 18K BTC. And guess what, guys? We officially closed one of those today. We closed this lower gap. And Costin is now saying that there is an additional gap, meaning that, we will very likely test that level even lower on the chart. So Nathan Clark saying absolute bloodbath, too busy at work earning fiat, but should be shorting almost everything right now. So let me try and find this gap here that he's talking about. I'll draw it on my chart. That'll be good info to have. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, Constantine. Really appreciate it. So 9,700. Let's go back in time here. 9,700. I believe it might be right there. I see it. Yep. So right here, guys, Constantine is not wrong. Guys, let me know as well while we have our 29 live viewers. Do you guys want me to actually make a trading group? I will do it if you guys want to see that. So let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to have our regulars like Costin, etc. in the group as well. That would be awesome. To have a whole community like that, sharing our opinions, etc. Guys, Costin is indeed correct here that the $9,700 area is indeed still open. What does that mean exactly? That means that there's yet another open gap that has not been closed yet, and all of these gaps have been closing, as can be seen over here. When we're back at 40K, right, we're thinking, well, maybe there's a way that we don't reach the 18K gap, for example. Well, we reached that. We reached even way lower than that, which means that we could reach the 9K gap and go way lower than that as well and go towards 7K, potentially even 3K BTC. Can it pump thereafter? Yes, because crypto is very powerful when it wants to pump. But here we officially have this gap over here. Thank you for that comment, Costin. I'll make sure to draw it on the chart. The $9,700. Yes, we could have a trading group where we can all share our valuable insights. I'm going to start looking into that, guys. Thank you for your support. And you can also support me directly here on the live stream through a super chat if you find my analysis helpful. Theta. Someone is asking about a theta analysis. That's going to be the theta token. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this, guys. So for theta 0.89, we can see that, let's see. Did it drop that much during this drop? I can't even tell. I mean, 33%, nothing crazy for an altcoin. I don't like the fact that we're below our support levels, though. I really don't like that, actually. You know, could we start slipping into more downside, possibly? And I don't like paying attention to some of these smaller coins right now, guys. It's probably nearing its peak bottom, but it's already complicated enough to focus on Bitcoin and ETH and trying to get a good move going on those, right? And that's really what matters at the end of the day. And I'm really noticing that BNB is really bouncing here. This might be the peak bottom for BNB, guys. I think this could fully be the peak, but even if Bitcoin were to go to 10K, it might be the peak bottom for BNB. That's maybe a little bit of a stretch. We could still see the $150 level or so, but actually, maybe I'm talking too soon. There's still some room that if we do lose the $237 level, it could really spiral out of control to the downside. AVAX can potentially go to $2.5 to $3. Be careful when trading 1.6 fib. I don't always like to use Fibonacci's. Sometimes I find them to be a bit inaccurate. AVAX can go to $2.5 to $3. That's Costin's got a good eye. That was kind of one of the bottoms back in the day on AVAX. Or should I say that's when it kind of started its bull run. That poor AVAX has been getting wrecked. The collateral damage on AVAX was just ridiculous. As my second biggest crypto holding, if not my biggest. You know, they got hit from the Luna thing because they had partnered with Luna. And of course, you know, that wasn't fully their fault. So they got hit from that. And then now they're getting hit just as collateral damage from the rest of the market. Nice little bounce on the RSI though, 30 line. The actual... Yeah, we lost our support. We're below $15 and he's talking about $3. So that's back towards this bottom back over here, guys. Almost the start of AVAX, basically. Not pretty, guys. Not pretty. Guys, I'll leave you a few more minutes if you want me to do an analysis on any certain coins. If you have questions, if you want me to look at certain time frames. Now is your chance for today, for the next 24 hours probably. So let me know, guys. Let me know. Bitcoin is holding the 16K level. We'll see if it can get a stronger bounce from here up to 17 or 18K. I'd really love to see it go above 19K. Yeah, we rejected hard, guys, on the RSI. Way too much resistance around that 66 line. Keep that in mind for the future as well. Guys, any other coins you want me to do an analysis on for today, let me know down in the comment section below. If you want to support today's live stream and you appreciate my hard work making this live stream for all of you during this rough bear market, please consider dropping a super chat to help with the daily content creation and to help support the channel. I need your super chats to keep on running the channel, and it is necessary for me to continue doing this on a daily basis. You can drop a super chat with the $ button in the comment section of this video. Support the stream like many others have. Bitcoin moving above $16,100. Getting a little bit of a nice bounce, guys. I think we might bounce up a little bit. End of day here. That does look like it's going to happen. So pay attention to that. Do think we're going to get that end of day bounce, which is nice to get that at least right after such a rough day. So at least we have that to sort of look forward to. Looks like we're going to get an end of day bounce. Don't expect the craziest bounce ever seen, but a decent bounce nonetheless. Depending on how high we can go with the bounce, I'll be here to cover it, of course, but we'll cover the possibilities of, can this bounce hold? Is this high enough for us to go back to 20K, etc.? I want to see it bounce to at least 18K, though, to start talking about the bullish case scenario again, though. Costadin thing, thank you for the energy you invest in informing us all. No worries, Costadin. Guys, any other coins, let me know down in the comment section below. You guys have about a minute left. Now is the time. Of course, any questions, if you want to share your thoughts like many others have, Costadin, all of them. The last super chat to wrap up the stream. Of course, hit that like button, guys. 1920 viewers, 15 likes. I know some of you haven't liked yet. Hit that like button, support the stream. And of course, go follow me on Twitter. 16,141. We're seeing a continuation of this little bounce. Let's go check on ETH. Pretty similar. Nice little kind of double bottom on the wicks of the candles there. That's always good to see as well. We want to get back in the Bollinger Bands, okay? We want to get back inside the Bollinger Bands. We have some pretty good bounce targets here. $1,250. Thereafter, possibly a little bit higher, but that's if we have enough strength for that, which I'm not 100% convinced on yet. Guys, let us know your thoughts on all this in the comment section down below, guys. I want to hear your opinions on this. Awesome. Nathan Clark supporting the live stream here. $2.99. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, Nathan, for your support on today's live stream. You are truly the champion of the stream here, dropping a super chat before the end of the stream. So greatly appreciated. I hope to see you more often on our streams as well. So hopefully I get to see your comments in our next few streams. I'm guessing you're subscribed, of course. So make sure to turn on those bell notifications to not miss these streams. And thank you so much, Nathan, for being today's supporter of the live stream, supporting the channel, supporting my daily content creation. Really appreciated. And I wish you the best of luck in your trading. Guys, with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. We have someone saying Shiba is pumping. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Pumping. I mean, everything is getting a bit of a bounce. It looks like about a 6% bounce. We'll see how it plays out, guys. We'll see if this holds. I'll be back here to update you soon. Thanks again to Nathan Clark for supporting today's live stream with a super chat. Greatly appreciated. And I'll be seeing you all next time, guys. Nathan Clark is saying, thanks, mate. Appreciate you and your channel. Truly, Nathan, I should be thanking you for your support and your super chat. So no worries, mate. And I'll be seeing you all very soon, guys. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. Be careful out there.